Welcome back to Witches Brew. Today we're wandering into the shadowy world of Appalachian folklore.
When people hear Appalachia, many picture the towering mountains, deep hollows, and winding roads of the southern Appalachian mountains. But Appalachia is much larger of a mountain range than people thought, really. Here in Western Pennsylvania, we are part of the Appalachian region, a place shaped by rural communities and generations of stories passed down.
Whether those stories come from the Appalachian Mountains or the Pennsylvania Dutch, or our own local region legends, many of them share the same warning. Respect the woods, be careful what you invite into your home, and don't ignore the things you can't explain. Which is weird though, but go ahead.
Okay.
I digress.
So tonight, grab your favorite mug, settle in, and let's explore the eerie tales and superstitions that have haunted these hills and hollows for generations.
So what is Appalachia, right? Appalachia is made up of 423 counties.
Did not know that till today.
And it's across 13 states and spans 206,000 square miles.
That's a lot.
Right? The range covers from southern New York to northern Mississippi. The region has over 26.6 million people. The states that are included are Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, Maryland, Mississippi, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia, and of course, all of West Virginia. Like the whole thing. So I know that there are a lot of superstitions. Mm-hmm. A lot that come with Appalachia.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of excited.
I think that we are excited for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
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 I was surprised how many of them are things that we learned growing up. I heard half of these, if not more than half of these.
Yeah, I'm not realizing.
Yeah.
Like where they came from.
Yeah. It would be, the typical things that you'll find on the net, where it's, leave immediately if the woods go silent. Which I think is a fun one because if you think of it spiritually, it's the silence might indicate danger, but it can also be scientifically where it's the wildlife. Mm. So when the woods has that silence to it,
yeah,
then don't stick around.
Yeah, well, it's like your fight or flight, I would say, right?
I would hope so. You would think that would... So to us, I feel like that sounds like a normal rule, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I think.
Street smarts.
Yeah, but...
This feels like street smarts, but wood smarts.
Yeah.
Right?
Something. I don't know what you would call that, but yeah.
Of course, everyone knows this. You never whistle at night.
Nope.
Yeah.
No whistling.
Yeah, no. You don't whistle at night. They believe that it attracts spirits.
Yep.
Which, makes sense given how bells and stuff work, wind chimes.
Yep.
I think a lot of that actually makes sense for sound. In the end, there's don't answer a voice calling your name if you cannot see the source.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Which makes sense. I don't think I ever think about this, though.
Oh, I do. I have to.
I mean, so for me, it's not necessarily maybe calling my name, but like if I were to be taking groceries in with Kenny and I don't see him, but he's like, hey, can you grab this or something? I'm going to do it not thinking about it. We live across from scary woods. I've had kittens come out of the woods and Kenny was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, it's a kitten. I don't always think about these things. But you do. Why do you think about these things, Abby?
About not
About calling your name and not
because so
if you can't see it.
Because for as long as I can remember, I have always heard my name coming from sources that it should not come from because I don't know where it's coming from. All the time. Sleeping, I could be in the living room watching TV and I hear my name, sometimes clear as day, where it's not like just like a faint, not necessarily like a whisper, but kind of, where it's more pronounced. And a majority of the time, with the exception of like twice, it's always been a man. So I don't answer if I don't know where it's coming from.
Which would mean you're not seeing it.
Correct.
Yeah. Never eat or drink anything offered inside a mysterious structure deep within the wilderness. This one made me laugh. All I could think of was Hansel and Gretel.
Oh my God, that's the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which makes sense given the German background.
Yep.
Of Appalachian.
Yep.
So yeah. Stay on marked trails. I think that's almost like a street smart, wood smart thing.
Yep. You don't get lost.
Right, exactly. So to me, it's logical, but it also would be super spiritual. Like you stay on the trails because what's outside of the trails, who knows?
Do we want to find out?
Right. The trails are there for a reason.
I don't want to find out. No, for multiple reasons. I don't want to get lost. I don't want to get ate. I don't want to die.
Yeah, exactly. It reduces
the
the risk, regardless if it's spiritual or physical. Danger. Encountering dangerous terrain. Do not look too hard into the trees. Was one of the main ones. Yeah. Listen, to me it makes sense because of things looking like other things.
You could
see something you're not supposed to.
Right. Or it could be something that actually isn't there because of whatever reason you're disoriented.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, being in the woods from dusk till dawn, so at night. Mm-hmm. Nighttime increases the risk of accidents and paranormal encounters, so both of them.
Which, I mean,
a lot of these do.
Yeah.
Like, that's why it seems so logical, because you're just like, well, yeah, it makes sense. Like, it's not good to be in the woods at night. You can't see. Can't see.
Right. Oh.
Abby, did you find some really cool ones?
I don't know about cool, but
see, to me, I like it.
I found it was called Death and Dead. So, like in old Appalachian folklore, covering the mirrors after someone dies because whenever you cover during the mourning of that person, because the soul might see itself and become trapped in the mirror. So, there's that.
Yep.
You're supposed to stop the clock when someone dies.
Yes.
This was associated with marking of the moment of death and sometimes preventing future misfortunes.
Yes, in the household, because it pauses the moment in time. Mm-hmm. I thought that was so cool.
I haven't been wowed. I've been in a mood, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh. No fun.
Ooh, you're not supposed to immediately remove the deceased from the home. Traditional death customs could involve keeping the body in the home for a period of time for particular rituals surrounding the wake.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A bird entering the house could foretell death. Birds have long been associated with souls and messages from the other side, which that's one of the ones where I don't remember what kind of bird it was. I want to say it was a dove, but I could be wrong. If it enters like the chimney or something, then you know that someone, at least for my family, we knew that someone had died without getting the news first that someone had died.
Specifically a dove in your chimney.
I don't know if it's a dove. It's a bird of some sort, but I couldn't remember. A dove was the first thing that came to mind, to be honest with you. I don't know if that was the actual bird. I don't know. But I do, like, as a generalized term.
Yeah.
A bird of whatever source kind.
Yeah. My mom one time let me stay home from school because a bird ran into our window. Our front window.
Usually that means that death is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Let me stay home from school. I was like, all right. I don't know why this bird... we never had birds hit her. You know what I mean? It wasn't like our house was a house that birds couldn't see and kept flying through it or whatever. Like,
well, birds can't see windows either, so...
Well, obviously in the reflection.
Glass. But yeah.
Yeah.
A dog howling at night could signify death approaching.
No shit, really? Sorry.
Yeah.
That excited me because I'm like... I hear dogs howling constantly, especially in the neighborhood, and my dogs bark all the time. Oh, the deer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh.
They're obsessed with the deer.
Yeah.
Because they like to bed down. Pretty much circling our house all the time. Like, they don't circle our house, but they bed different places around our house at night.
A rooster crowing at an unusual time could be an omen. I guess.
Also, death comes in threes.
Yes.
That was another one, which I thought was really interesting because it mentally prepares you for grief. But it's so common for people to say that. I feel like everywhere, but like in our region, I've heard that so many times.
Yeah, same. Yeah, it's been like something that my family has always said over the years, you know, like, oh, well, so-and-so just died, so comes
and so-and-so, so who's next? That'll happen a lot, is there's already been two.
Yep.
I thought that was really interesting as far as like death goes.
So for Appalachians, there was some folk beliefs surrounding farming and weather, which, I mean...
Hell, yes, there was.
Yes. Planting according to the phase of the moon was the main one. Certain weather patterns being interpreted as signs of what's coming. So how your crops will do given the weather. Particular days being considered unlucky for planting or harvesting, which is also for witchcraft. There's also certain days and stuff that you should and should not do certain things pertaining to your craft of whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, we're eccentric.
The first thunder of spring bringing or being associated with agricultural timing. Animals behaving strangely, being taken as weather or supernatural omens.
Yeah.
Certain plants being considered protective or medicinal beyond their practical properties.
Well, did you read anything about the hex signs?
I did not.
Ooh. Okay, this is super interesting. So with specifically the Pennsylvania Dutch, right? That Appalachian region of people, they would paint their barns, and I've seen some around here. And they do it particular, normally with star and tulips, certain things like that, because it was supposed to protect the animals and all that kind of stuff.
Okay,
so that was like a big superstition for farmers.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they're really pretty too. I'll just figure out where one is so I could show you.
Okay.
Have you seen
the star? Yes, not tulips though. I haven't seen tulips. Then there's obviously moon superstitions.
Ooh.
Traditional Appalachian and Pennsylvania folklore frequently tied the moon to agricultural activity with basic things like the waxing moon, things that grow above the ground, waning moon, things that grow below the ground, and things that you want to diminish. Whether individual communities followed exactly that pattern varied tremendously, but lunar agriculture folklore is widespread. And then, of course, our favorite, apparently, is the household omen.
Yeah, I like a lot of the household omen ones. Yes, I do. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I do too.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
There's so many.
There is. Don't sweep after someone leaves or you may sweep away your luck. I've never heard of that one. Don't sweep after dark. Don't put shoes on a table, which I do not do. Like, not saying that I don't do that. Like, I keep my shoes on the table. I never, even my kids, like, if they want to put their shoes on a table because it's convenient at the time for whatever they're doing, I'm like, shoes don't belong on tables. Like, let's take them off. Well, that, and then obviously, like, cleanliness too. You don't want shoes on a table, man.
Yeah, but it's both spiritual and logical.
Yeah, well,
that's what I love about a lot of these.
Don't rock an empty rocking chair. Why?
That's a big one.
Because you can invite a spirit to sit in that chair.
Yeah. I recall my grandmother yelling at us for playing around the rocking chair that way as kids. Well, because, like, you don't have to think about it.
But I didn't understand why.
Yeah, well, our adults weren't the best at communicating. No. Just saying.
No. Don't open an umbrella indoors. I don't.
Yeah, that is a big one, which I find, like I said, fascinating in a sense, how many things, it's like, I know that they're generalized across all kinds of different cultures. Yep. But at the same time, the things that I hear, I'm like, I heard these growing up constantly. Yep. And it makes sense because of our region.
Right. Well, and then like, without actually realizing why.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. Don't place a broom behind a door. That could be associated with protection or keeping unwanted visitors away, which also goes with don't let a broom fall. That one, I don't know why.
I never heard that one.
Neither have I. So we're about to figure out why.
One of the ones that I had for brooms were never move an old broom into a new home. What? It brings bad luck and old troubles will follow you.
That makes sense. Okay.
It does though, right? Because like if you think even cleanliness, technically, okay, if you're going to a new place, sure. Also, the broom is facing with the bristles up. It was a sign of protection. But so because of Pennsylvania Dutch and their beliefs, it also was a reason for witches can't ride them. Which is so funny because in a lot of other cultures, like when you're...
Witches are riding brooms.
Not just that, but you learn to put your broom facing up, is the way I'm going to say it. Bristles up.
Besom.
Yes. The besoms.
The besoms.
The besoms. But yeah, I think when you start doing certain witchcraft and things like that, you learn that. So to me, it makes me laugh that other cultures are like, yeah, witches can't ride them if you put them up that way. But then witches are like, we put them up that way for protection.
So I just Googled why you shouldn't let a broom fall. And it says that dropping a broom or besom is considered bad luck because it is believed to physically and energetically drop the house's protection, all negative energies to linger, and let the broom's absorbed power drain out. So that's interesting. But if a broom falls on its own, then that's an unwanted guest is coming. Apparently.
I think I've heard that before.
Well, and then there's like certain ways that the broom falls to let you know if there's a man or a woman coming.
Yeah, it's like either to the west or the east or north or south. I swear I've heard this before. I don't know if it's in like research of learning things or if it's just, I'm telling you, like somebody in our family is like, we're just... Yes. So I obviously within the past like 10 years just decided to do this. We're going to go down a different path than typical religion-based things, right? And not realizing that my aunt, who has since passed away, practiced some of these things, but she didn't practice in the conventional sense. It was more like the evil side of it. For instance, because she got possessed multiple times. And when my grandfather this is when my Uncle Mike was still alive, tried to burn the books and stuff because obviously she doesn't need that stuff if she's going to be possessed. And they wouldn't burn. They refused to burn. And I was like, so practices have been in the family just for different reasons. There has to be dark to be light.
Yeah, my Uncle Dickie did some stuff too, but I don't know what it was. I just know that he wasn't very smart with things. That's all I know.
I think most families have that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I liked the coffee pot always being on and having it full. So in my household, coffee was like a thing, right? My parents would make pots of coffee. Everybody would drink it. Even as like grown adults living there, we would drink the coffee. Whenever people would come visit, my parents always had coffee on. I swear, we just were constantly running on full coffee pots. So I find it interesting that one of the superstitions is that it, oh my God, my brain, it's keeping coffee ready to ensure a happy home and like guests and certain things like that. I think in England, it would have been tea.
Yeah, tea.
Yeah.
Tea and milk. Cookies. Biscuits. Crumpets. Biscuits. Billy. Billy.
More biscuits, Billy.
Please, sir, may I have another?
Sorry, I got excited about the coffee pot.
There's 6 different things for Pennsylvania, Dutch, and Appalachian beliefs.
Ooh.
There's one of them is death. When death comes, it's either birds, dogs, clocks, mirrors, dreams, or strange sounds. Household protection, brooms, doors, windows, thresholds, salt, iron, and charms. Powwow or brockery, healing charms, protective prayers, hex signs, and written charms. Agricultural folklore, moon phases, planting signs, weather omens, and animals, which is just kind of like just briefly going over like the things that we've already talked about, but like highlighting them.
Specifically for Dutch Pennsylvania.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Witchcraft beliefs, hexes, curses, witches, counter magic, and the brocker, which I have no idea what that is.
Oh, that's the same as brockery.
Brockery and brocker are the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Spirit folklore, ghosts, revenants, restless dead, haunted roads, crossroads, and cemeteries.
I know. I got crossroads stuff too, and I was like, bro, it's all
all interconnected.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Full circle all the time.
Yep.
I had some stuff that I thought was interesting. Horseshoes.
I love
that was something for right homes, which I know getting to witchcraft and stuff like that, I learned quite a bit about horseshoes. But that was one of the beliefs, obviously, to put it up so that good luck falls in.
Oh. Okay. I
Yeah,
don't
but
have
your
one. I
front
want
door.
one. So if anybody has an extra horseshoe or whatever.
Counting crows.
Okay.
Counting crows came from
Oh.
our region.
Oh. Okay.
The song that people teach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania Dutch.
Yeah.
Black cats.
Okay.
Them being,
Unlucky.
Yep. Dowsing rods.
Okay.
Agricultural. Yeah. Finding water source. Also spirit, if you're spiritual like that.
Yep.
Salt for protection. Which amazes me. So it was like a common thing where if somebody moved in or had a new home, you would bring them bread and salt, and they were supposed to put it under their front porch so that their home would never go without food and they would be protected.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Right? And the 2 best things that I thought, there's something that everybody always talks about. Itching palms.
Ha!
What does that mean?
No, money.
Yep. Coming and going,
Money,
right?
yep.
Different ones for that,
Yep.
obviously.
Mine's my left hand if I'm getting
And
money.
burning ears.
When someone's talking about you.
Yep. All of those things are common superstitions specifically
Which
for
makes
this.
sense because of the region that we're in.
I'm telling you, it's like, okay, I get it. We hear these things, and I know that they're a common thing throughout, the United States, we'll say. But to think like, oh, I've heard these so much growing up. Like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like you just
Just
knew.
talk.
Cold hand warms heart, You never heard that one?
No.
Cold hands
Yeah.
means you have a warm heart.
Oh, mine are. Oh, man. I don't have a warm heart then.
Yeah, me neither. Don't worry.
Mine's pretty cold then.
Yep.
The dead don't always stay quiet. traditional Appalachian and Pennsylvania German communities wasn't simply viewed as the end of someone's presence. Obviously, and as stated before, there's, omens, dreams, animal sounds, household disturbances, and unusual occurrences that could be interrupted as warnings or communications, which I assume at that point it's up to that person to interpret what those mean. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of the things are learned of what, certain signs and stuff mean, but I would assume that some of them...
Well, because it's from so many different cultures together.
So then you have to kind of like interpret it on your own as to what it means.
Or through, practice, like people.
Yeah.
So a lot of these things are things that were just handed down through generations.
Yeah.
That's why I find it so fascinating that like our families say the same things that we're learning about because we're in the region.
Yep. Which, again, did not know until today when I walked in.
I was excited. I thought, because to us, it was always, the mountains. The mountains is the only Appalachian.
Yeah, which is, what I thought, what I associated it with. Like, you can't be Appalachian if you're not close to the Appalachian Mountains.
But apparently we're still a part of the region.
Yeah.
Even parts of Ohio next to us.
Yep, which was, you showed me the map.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll show you the map, too. You'll see it.
Yeah, if you watch this video. You might...
Well, you gotta watch it.
All right, but you might be quizzed, so you might want to learn something today.
Yeah. Educate yourself.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Bet you they said that, too. Brockery. The Pennsylvania judge thing it amazes me so much because of how common it is around us.
I have, which is a weird thing, I've never heard of this before, but the whip poor will.
Oh.
Yes. So the whip poor will's repetitive nightmare call became associated in Appalachian folklore with death.
Which, given Native American tribes, so cool thing, there are 3 federally known Native American tribes in the region and 5 state-known different tribes in the Appalachian region.
So a whip poor will is a nocturnal northern bird. It's not an owl.
Okay, so close though.
Kind of.
So Native American, they're believed that certain animals, that's the reason why they're nocturnal, and same thing with plants. Okay, what kind of trees don't lose their pins or needles and stuff during the winter? Pine.
Pine. Oh.
Pine trees. That's why we use Christmas trees.
Well, I get the, okay.
So there was, I don't want to say story, legend.
Okay.
For Native American tribes.
Yeah.
Where, so for 7 days on the earth, humanity, animals, plants, they all tried to stay awake. Humans fell asleep.
Yeah.
Things that are like daytime.
Yeah.
They all fell asleep. But animals like the owl, the panther, those nocturnal animals, that's the reason why they could see better at night. Is because they were granted this gift for not falling asleep. And it's the same thing with the plants too, the trees like the pine. I think that's so cool.
I want to see at night.
That would be a really cool trait to have, seeing at night.
Yeah, just seeing in general.
Yeah, because a lot of those are the things that are passed down was things that were shared with your neighbor. So that's why it's so many different mix of cultures in a sense.
Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah, because a lot of Christian derived. So you would say like the German or even the Dutch Pennsylvanian, they're more Christian than anything. So to them, it was more or less like God created the world. God also created the plants. So God created these things to be able to use to heal people. Whereas like say some other Christian beliefs would be that if it's not in God's will, we aren't supposed to use it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool because here's me, right?
Yeah.
I love it. It's a melting pot that doesn't know it's a melting pot. Okay. So
Go on.
you have, like I said, these different cultures and knowledge.
Yeah.
Because there's voodoo in there as well. Mm-hmm. So all of the things about herbs and certain things like that we have as superstitions all come from African American. So that's really cool that mixes with the Christian and the Native American. But you wouldn't see it that way. Because to you, God created these plants. That's why it's passed down from grandma.
Yeah.
Because there's the concept of God, things of good. Like, even though you're not Christian, I'm not Christian, I would still say I'm of God. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good. Of good.
I get it.
Sorry.
I get it.
Sorry, I got it.
She's very passionate.
I do get passionate, and I apologize.
I have the Death Crown.
What's that?
There are Appalachian accounts of something called an angel crown or a death crown. It's a particular formation found among feathers in old feather pillows.
Oh, interesting.
Compact, massive feathers could be.
Don't let anyone die on a feather pillow either.
As a supernatural sign associated with death.
Yeah.
Imagine opening someone's pillow after their death and finding this strange, almost crown-shaped formation inside. The modern eyes, that's an unusual physical formation. To someone living within a supernatural worldview, death left a crown behind. And that's exactly the kind of thing that, folklore does, which is get you to think, not within typical, what am I trying to say? Like typical ways of thinking, like, oh, well, that's just like a weird thing to happen. But if you're, used to and accustomed to different things within like the realms, then you're like, well, that's why they died.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's very interesting, because I think I did read a superstition, something about having a person die on feathers. And that's why I was like, oh, I don't think it's a good thing when people die on feathers, because it's almost similar to having mirrors after somebody dies. So you're not supposed to let them lay on a pillow that has feathers.
I didn't know that.
I wonder if that has something to do with it for some reason.
Well, I mean, like, they could be interconnected.
Yeah, exactly. Because, maybe it won't leave a crown, it'll leave something else, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because you lay your crown on a pillow.
Look at you using your noodle. Love it.
I got one sometimes.
I love it.
Appalachian. Brockery.
Brockery. Dreams weren't necessarily just dreams.
Yeah.
Dreams have historically occupied a strange position in the Appalachian Pennsylvania folk belief. A dream is involving, it could involve a deceased relative, someone dressed in unusual clothing, a person appearing healthy after being sick, a funeral, a warning, a dead person speaking. Could be interpreted as premonition, visitation, or an omen. Memory, imagination, spiritual experience. If grandma appears in your dream and says, "Don't go tomorrow,"
don't go.
Is that a memory? You're superstitious, a warning, a visitation. Folklore doesn't necessarily require you to choose one, and honestly, that's a fascinating part of that.
Yeah.
Is how you would choose to then, if grandma's coming to you in your sleep and she's like, "Do not go tomorrow, young man," and you're like, okay.
I won't go then, Grandma.
I won't go, Grandma. I will stay home and eat broccoli.
Appalachian.
The witch wasn't always what we think.
Oh?
Yeah, now we're getting into the Pennsylvania Dutch territory. The historical Pennsylvania German tradition of brockery, often called powwowing, is enormously important here. And common misconceptions of brockery wasn't simply Pennsylvanian American Dutch, oh my God.
Witchcraft. No, absolutely not.
Yes.
Because they would pray over people. They were Christian.
Yep. Cultural Heritage Center describes it as a Christian religious practice involving prayer, ritual gestures, and objects of healing and protection. The practitioner could be a brocker or a brockeri. And the practice could involve healing, protection, livestock, crops, bleeding, illness, spiritual treats.
Treats. Brockery.
Brockery.
Candied brockery.
I like candied brockery. Counteracting harmful magic.
And that was threats, by the way. Spiritual threats.
Yeah, not treats.
Not treats.
And thinking might be a treat for you. I don't know.
Yeah. But you can't. So that's the thing is, okay, folklore is a thing, but you can't sit there and say that Dutch Pennsylvanian is witchcraft. It's not witchcraft.
Nope.
You would pray over people. You would use God's name. Mm-hmm. You would. Go ahead.
Yes. There's a book that makes everything better. Yeah.
What?
Yes, it's called The Long Lost Friend by George.
Oh, I've read of this.
Is one of the books to investigate. It first appeared around 1819 and 1820 in Pennsylvania and contains charms, prayers, remedies, protections, and magical formulas associated with Pennsylvania German folk practice. And some of the concerns represented in the book are perfectly Appalachian Pennsylvania Dutch. How do I protect myself? How do I protect my livestock? How do I stop a witch from harming my animals? How do I heal someone? How do I protect myself from unnatural danger? This is where folklore stops being a spooky story and becomes a practical survival of knowledge.
Yeah.
Witches could hurt livestock. This one is especially interesting because historically losing livestock wasn't just sad. It could also be obviously economically catastrophic to a farmer. So Pennsylvania.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yep, in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Yes.
In the mountains.
Yep.
In the holler.
Yep.
Holla.
Holla.
People bumping now. I can't sing more. I'm not allowed.
So the Pennsylvania German folk magic contains protective practices concerning animals and crops, including protection against witchcraft. The idea of witchcraft attacking cattle appears in this historical material and tells us something that the witch wasn't necessarily imagined as a woman flying around on a broom, but sometimes the feared witch essentially was the person who can cause your cow to stop producing milk.
Yeah.
And obviously that's a folk belief that and rather than, people actually lived it. So
it's probably disease, but hey, that's okay. We learned that modern day stuff.
Yeah. Instead of just blaming a particular person.
Especially around these areas.
Yeah.
We learned so much.
Hexing and counter-hexing. Pennsylvania German communities developed folklore around witches, hexes, curses, magical illness, supernatural attacks, protection, and counter magic.
Yep.
The solution wasn't necessarily fight the witch. It could be break the spell, protect yourself, counteract it, call upon God, use a charm. And that's one reason the brockeri is so fascinating.
It is. It truly is.
Yep. And then it's simply not, magic versus Christianity. It's, it can be Christianity being used as magic. The house could be protected. Traditional Pennsylvania German ritual practices weren't confined to temples or churches.
No, the barns, the hex signs.
Yep, the home and farm were important ritual spaces. The Cultural Heritage Center explicitly has described that the traditions that are home and farm based were concerned with healing, protection, and everyday life. So the house itself becomes a supernatural boundary. And that obviously, is like, it gives us like an entire category as part of folklore to go along with it. I'm just trying to make, yeah. What keeps a bad thing out? Doors, windows, thresholds, objects, words, prayers, symbols.
Gotta cover them windows.
Gotta cover them windows.
Yeah. Totally necessary.
Yes. There's the never do this after dark rules.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those.
Yes,
obviously.
there is. Never whistle
No
after
whistling.
dark, which we've covered.
Never whistling.
Never look into a window. Never answer your name, which we've covered. Never go into the woods after sunset, again. Never rock an empty chair. Never acknowledge something outside. And never turn around when walking away.
Never turn around when walking away.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go back the direction you came, which could go into the whole crossroads thing. Think about it.
I can't.
Well, you go to a crossroad.
Yes.
You got to choose which way you're going to go.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just go back.
I mean, you could.
I mean, yeah, physically. Physically, you could.
Yeah.
But the crossroads aren't just physical.
Spiritual.
Spiritually.
Yes.
You don't go back. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes. Crossroads.
Crossroads.
Full fucking circle, bruh.
Full circle. We're helis. Helicopters. Throw it in a circle. We're helicopters.
If I was standing, it would be the booty, but it's beside the point.
We're not bootying. We booty, but we're not booty.
But we know booty. I think that's why these stories stay alive, though. Mm-hmm. You know, is they are things that are passed down and learned from our neighbor.
Yep.
And that's what makes our region
Agreed.
just a wonderful place to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like learning stuff.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Because we're learning. Learning.
Such good times.
How do you pop, lock, and drop it? Because I don't know.
That's the roboto domo. Domo.
Cholo. Like a cholo. Side to side.
Brockery.
Appalachia.
Appalachian.
But
Yes.
I think that concludes today's things.
Yes. Don't forget, as always, please like this if you're digging it. Follow us, share. We go live sometimes.
Yeah, we were trying to be consistent, but life happens.
Life be lifing, and that's okay.
Life be lifing, man.
Yeah.
Life be lifing.
Yeah, it's what happens. Life be happening, and
Yep.
we just appreciate you guys so much.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you for watching and things and stuff, and we'll catch you later, guys and gals.
Yay!
Oh.